Hey guys, welcome to Guys Win Podcast Part 1 Episode 1 Part 3. Uh, I'm Anthony, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Cooper and Ethan.
Hello, it's us.
And today we have a little bit of a slower episode, I guess you'd say, because we don't have as many topics.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we'll do our best. Okay, so first, Cooper, I want to ask you, do you like how, with the Master Chief Collection, they kept adding Halo games onto it, like they did with Halo Reach?
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I think they're doing like the same thing with Halo Infinite. Instead of putting like more entries into the game, they're just gonna keep adding on to Halo Infinite. But yeah, pretty cool. Master Chief Collection is pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's enough of that topic. We're only a minute and 15 seconds into it. Okay, so, alright, on the topic of Battlefield. Now, I can ask both of you this one because I think you both have very valid points on what you think would happen. Where do you guys think the Battlefield franchise is going?
Modern day for quite a while. So, that's where their most successful entries have been throughout history. And after the whole debacle at Battlefield 5 it's a safer bet for them to stick with what they know they can do, right?
Yeah, because Battlefield 4 was great.
Yeah.
So was 3.
Really good too.
Yeah.
3 was really good.
Battlefield 2 was also really good.
Well, I mean, Battlefield 4 was... Battlefield 4 was like a better version of 3. Like, it felt really similar.
Yeah.
3 with extra stuff onto it.
Yeah, it was just 3 with extra content.
And much better controls.
Oh, yeah.
I
Actually, yeah.
also think it's going to modern day.
I hope so.
Because, like, Battlefield 5 wasn't a success ever.
I mean, I had hopes for it, like, really high hopes. But
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, like, I didn't hate the game.
It reached those hopes as the game was done, is the problem.
Yeah. I wish they wouldn't have, like, putting more stuff out for the game.
Yeah.
I wish they would have had everything released when it came out. They should have just postponed it. They should have just postponed it.
It's definitely a Division-like situation where the game was way faster rushed than it needed to be.
Yeah, the same thing happened with The Division. If they would have had everything... If they would have had the game completely done when it released, it would have been much more popular.
Yeah.
Because it was unfinished, and it made people not want to play it.
Extremely unfinished.
Yeah, me personally, it kind of pushed me away from it for a couple years until, me and Burgess went and played it for like a whole 2 months straight, every day.
And then that's when I got into it, and I really loved it at that point.
Yeah, and we'd already beaten the game by that point.
So, yeah, I do think Battlefield will be going in sort of a modern direction because in the early gameplay type footage that they showed, it's early, like, they're in the early, like, production stage of it, so a little animation that they know there
the building
people
coming down?
Yeah, the coming down, there's soldiers running. Soldiers had, like, World War II type uniforms on, but that's just, like,
I got
like
you.
testing models or something like that.
There's something from that video that pretty much proves we're going to the modern day. You remember the animation of a building coming down, right?
Yeah, on top of the building, I think there's some sort of...
There's a modern air conditioning unit on top of it.
Yeah. So...
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely do think it's going in a modern direction.
I have high hopes for whatever comes next because, if they would have done modern day with Battlefield 5, like, the way Battlefield 5 handles, it would have been great. Like, the base building aspects of 5, if you would have had that in Battlefield 4, like, if all you had to do was change the guns and make them now guns, or, like, current day guns, and Battlefield 5 would have been great.
Reskin some of the maps,
Yeah, literally just made it more modern, and the game would have been great.
customization, like weapon-wise and soldier-wise.
I would very much like to have a lot of customization.
Yeah.
Like
That
being
would be
able to
great.
change
Just-
parts of your gun.
Yeah, to make the experience your own.
I hate that
Exactly.
back and forth.
No two guns are the same. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, that was one of the things they tried to do with 5, but the system was just so bare bones, it did not work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to that topic I was telling you guys about. In the middle of this pandemic, something had gone over, or under the radar. No pun intended, over. But, you'll see why. NASA, when this pandemic first started, had released that there is evidence to show that there's alien life, and that there are UFOs.
Oh, I remember seeing the UFO footage.
It was
that was amazing.
Navy. Yeah, the Navy was the Navy video.
The pilots,
Yep.
Pilots. Okay. Yeah.
they were trailing the thing and arguing over what it was.
Yep. And I mean, it's crazy to think that aliens are real.
Could be real.
More than likely are real.
Yeah.
And
Just so far out, we'll never know.
I mean,
Yeah.
all Hollywood aside, I don't know what I would expect, honestly.
Yeah.
With the fact that we know hundreds of these Earth-like planets exist, there's plenty of potential.
Oh yeah, and that there's
The problem
it
is we just can't get anything to land there.
yeah, exactly.
If we could do that,
If we could get
we'd
there,
find out.
everything would be fine. You know, like we could find whatever was near us, but we can't land on the
Count on you,
planets.
Elon Musk. Come on.
Yeah, come on. I'll get in your car next time you send it. I want to drive on the moon.
Yeah, but that's pretty crazy.
Now, actually, on the space topic, do you guys remember how the U.S. wasted so much money back in the 60s to make a pen that could write in space? And Russia just started using pencils? I mean...
And well, then, immediately after that, the Russians sent an orbiter to Venus, and it lasted about 15 minutes.
Oh
Rip.
yeah.
But, did you guys
Yeah,
see
no,
the
it's-
pen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How beefy it was? It looked like the pill from SpongeBob, you know, Dad, it's time to take the pill. Barnacles, I hate the pill. It was like that. I'm like, I just,
Uh.
it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm actually rather
So-
interested to see how they did that design to make the ink flow. I want to look at some blueprints
so did you
of
see
that.
that the guy that worked? I'm pretty sure it was like with the FBI or like at the Pentagon or something. He said that the U.S. had, well, he's former like worked at the Pentagon or FBI
Yeah.
or something like that. But he said that they have gotten like stuff from space that was not like crafts
Rocks.
from like.
Like, stuff that wasn't ours. Or like, when I say ours, I mean like human.
You know, some of those have been traced back to the Chinese. They used to test their weapons
I'm sorry,
and stuff
my,
because they couldn't shoot them off. They just sent them at satellites.
I cut out there for a second. But as I was saying, like they have craft that have been like made on this Earth. That the government has it. Has stuff like that.
Well, I mean, hey, maybe they're just trying to figure out what it's made out of, like what its composition is.
The thing I believe about this is that it's weaponry tests that no one wants to admit to. And so those are leftovers from it.
It may be. It may be.
That's the most logical explanation in my book.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the test sites where they tested atomic bombs in the desert?
Oh yeah.
Have you seen how neat that is with it's glass?
There was one I saw that went underground, and the bomb went off with such force that it turned the sandstone around it into quartz.
Oh wow.
That's it's amazing. Where
remember-
where we have come, or how far we've gone.
I
In
remember watching
100 years, it went from flintlocks to nuclear bombs.
Yeah. I'm watching a video on YouTube about these Navy people, or yeah, I'm pretty sure they were, but they're veterans, and they were talking about an experience they had where they were testing a nuclear bomb out in the ocean, and they had boats sort of like a safe distance away from the bomb, and they told all the crew to come outside and like sit down and cover their eyes.
I know what this one is.
And when the bomb went off, they could see like through their hands, and they could see the bone and like inside their hands and like the veins. That would be crazy to see. That'd be unbelievable. Yeah. Most of them died. Most of them died from cancer.
Yep.
I think I know what that one was.
Yeah.
Oh, but in the testing sites in the desert, you know what they wore as protection?
What?
Coverings on their shoes, and that's it. Because that was when we were unexperienced with radiation.
Oh, so the early test sites, okay.
Oh yeah, they didn't understand that we could die from radiation through the air. They thought radiation was something that we could only get on us through the ground.
Like if you held uranium.
Or like if you touched the ground after a bomb had blown up. So they were like, if we wear plastic booties over our shoes, we won't get radiation. And then, they all died. Because they were literally on ground zero like an hour after the bomb blew up.
Yeah.
This is deviated significantly since our original topic.
Oh yeah, but that's kind of the point.
Yes,
yeah.
But Cooper, I believe the one you're talking about, I think that's the Bikini Atoll one, which is actually yeah, that one, they planted the bomb to be this certain explosive force. It ended up being something like 30 times that.
Did you guys ever see...
completely destroyed the island it was dropped on.
Did you guys ever see when humans first started experimenting with submarines, like, normal submarines that we have today? And I can't remember which sub it was, but it went down so far, and when it went to reinflate, or open the ballast tanks, the holes had frozen over with ice. So the sub literally sunk to the bottom of the ocean, and everyone in it died. And you know what was worse about it? They sent a rescue sub, and the exact same thing happened to the rescue sub.
Oh man!
And
that reminds me of something I saw down in
that's
Charleston.
terrifying.
It was a memorial to Cold War submariners that had died, and it said only 2 submarines have been lost in the Cold War, and both were from going down too far and exploding.
Yeah. Well, an interesting piece of science. If you were at where the hull breach was when it happened, it would come through with such force that in less than a second, you would literally have been vaporized from the energy.
Oh, wow.
And if that didn't kill you, the shrapnel from the metal would have. So, if you were near it, you would have died no matter what. The pressure didn't even have to kill you.
That kind of reminds me of something that's not really, about what we're talking about, but I remember watching a video where, what would happen if the world stopped moving for 1 second.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
Yeah, it was if the world stopped, everything would, okay, so...
We gotta start wrapping this up. We got a minute left.
Yeah, I know. You would start flying 800 miles per hour direction. Pretty much everything would die, to be completely honest. Nothing.
Ethan, we don't have time. We gotta wrap it up.
Yes.
Okay. Well then, just go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay. This has been episode 1, part 3 of Guys Win Podcast. Join us, tomorrow? Or the day after?
No. It'll be a while. I'm leaving.
Okay, so join us Monday, hopefully.
I don't know if it'll be Monday.
And we'll have a new guest. And Ethan, even if you're not on, I'll probably make an episode standalone by myself if I have to. And, so yeah. This has
definitely been the most interesting part of the series.
Oh,
in my opinion.
Okay, this has been Guys in Podcast, and thanks for watching.